Unraveling the Secrets of the Vikings. The Mysterious Norse Raiders. In the 8th century, a fierce group of seafarers from the north began a series of raids that changed the course of history in Europe. These men and women, known as Vikings, struck fear into the hearts of those living along the coasts. Their longships cut through the waters with unmatched speed, bringing news of their arrival before anyone could escape. But who were the real Vikings? Were they just brutal warriors, or was there more to their story? Life in the Viking Age. Viking life was not only about fighting and raiding. These people were farmers, traders, and explorers. They lived in small communities in Scandinavia, divided into clans. Each clan had its leaders and shared responsibilities. Farming was vital to their survival. They grew barley and rye and raised animals like sheep and goats. The harsh weather made their lives difficult, but they adapted with clever techniques. Many Vikings even settled down after their raids, creating the first towns in places like England and Ireland. Exploration beyond the seas. Vikings were also skilled explorers. They knew how to navigate using the stars and currents. Leif Erikson, one of their most famous explorers, reached North America long before Columbus. He and his crew arrived in a land they called Vinland, which is now part of Canada. This discovery shows that Vikings were not just pillagers, but also pioneers, always searching for new land and opportunities. Viking beliefs and culture. Despite their fierce reputation, Vikings had a rich culture and deep beliefs. They worshipped many gods, such as Thor and Odin. These gods represented different aspects of life. Festivals, storytelling, and art were important parts of their lives. They created beautiful weapons and jewelry, often decorated with intricate designs. The Vikings believed in fate and the afterlife, which influenced how they lived each day. Myths versus reality. Many people think that all Vikings wore horned helmets and only raided for treasure. But this is a myth. There is no evidence that Vikings ever wore horned helmets in battle. Instead, they wore simpler helmets made of iron. This surprising fact shows that their image as barbaric raiders is more fantasy than reality. Vikings were also skilled traders who exchanged goods across Europe, Asia, and even Africa. The fall of the Viking Age. The Viking Age began to decline in the 11th century. Several factors led to this change. The Christianization of Scandinavia transformed Viking society. As they adopted Christianity, many Vikings stopped raiding. Stronger kingdoms emerged in Europe, which made it harder for Vikings to attack successfully. By the late 11th century, the Viking way of life began to fade. Vikings in modern culture. Today, Vikings captivate our imagination through movies, books, and games. Modern stories often romanticize their lives, portraying them as noble warriors or misunderstood heroes. This fascination has kept the Viking spirit alive and inspired people around the world. But while we enjoy these tales, it's essential to remember the real. Vikings were complex individuals with diverse roles in society. The legacy of the Vikings. The Vikings left a lasting impact on the world. Their exploration opened new routes, connecting different cultures. Some of their place names still exist today, even across oceans. They contributed to the development of trade and shared ideas across regions. The Viking legacy teaches us about resilience, adaptability, and the importance of understanding our history. As we explore the life of the Vikings, we uncover stories of bravery, innovation, and transformation. Their history is far richer than simple raiders seeking gold and glory. What do you think about the Vikings? Do you believe their legacy is more about their raids, or do you see them as explorers and traders?